Hey there, awesome viewers. Welcome to our YouTube channel. We're thrilled to have you here for our exciting video. If you're new to our channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss out on our future content. We are striving to make your viewing experience the best it can be. So, before we dive into today's video, we'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment down below and let us know how you're enjoying the content so far. What can we do to make it even more enjoyable for you? Your feedback means the world to us. We all love a good spooky story, and nothing quite hits the spot like the tragic tale of a ghost ship. There's just something about these mighty yet small and vulnerable vessels, adrift on a boundless ocean. The chilling story of the SS Ourang Medan is as fanciful as Blackbeard's headless body supposedly swimming around his ship before sinking beneath the depths. Despite the intrigue, it's a mystery that's gone unsolved to this day. This seemingly impossible event is said to have taken place in the 1940s. The precise year tends to vary from source to source. According to the story, the SS Ourang Medan, a Dutch vessel, was passing through the Strait of Malacca, which connects Sumatra and Malaysia, when it ran afoul of a mysterious tragedy. Nearby ships reported receiving a horrifying distress call. All officers including captain dead, lying in chart room and on bridge, probably whole crew dead, it stated. Then there was an unintelligible frenzy of Morse code. The radio operator had the final word, "I die." The Silver Star, an American ship, responded to the distress call and located the Ourang Medan, but there were no signs of the crew on the deck, despite several attempts to contact them. So they boarded the ship, only to be greeted by a terrifying spectacle. Rescuers who boarded the vessel, it's said, found the stricken ship just as described. The crew was indeed dead, their bodies strewn across the decks. The bodies of the Dutchmen were scattered around the deck, their faces twisted in such a way that one would suppose they had witnessed something terrible before their deaths. Not only that, but they were found teeth bared, with their upturned faces to the sun, staring, as if in fear. Even the ship's dog was dead, frozen in this ghastly state, mid-growl at an assailant or horror unknown. The communication officer was still at his position, his cold fingers pressing the telegraph when the captain's body was discovered on the bridge. A similar situation awaited the American crew on the boiler deck. Even though it was well over 100 degrees down there, a cold shiver came over them. That's just the start of the mystery of the Ourang Medan. As they returned to their ship, they decided to tow the Ourang Medan to port. However, as soon as the tow line was attached, smoke began to billow from the ship. Reports go on to suggest that, shortly after the ship was boarded, a fire broke out in its bowels, forcing those who had arrived to this grisly tableau to evacuate. Shortly after they did, the ship exploded with such force that it was lifted out of the ocean, before quickly sinking without a trace. Naturally, this leaves us with not one but two incredible mysteries to ponder: what caused the mass demise of the Ourang Medan's crew, and what caused the subsequent explosion? We're getting ahead of ourselves, though, because there's one more thing to consider. Officially, the ship may never have existed. This famous story leads to all kinds of dead ends. Most notably, there's no mention of the SS Ourang Medan's registration in Lloyd's shipping registers, nor has any official recording of the bizarre incident on board been discovered. The reason the precise date of the event has been so difficult to pinpoint is that newspaper reports tell various versions of the story across a period of time, each adding and embellishing details along the way. Nevertheless, believers swear that this impossible, fantastical tale is absolutely true. It's said that the ship's registry wasn't found because it was actually registered in Sumatra. The vessel's name translates to man from Medan, Medan being a Sumatran island. More than that, Professor Theodor Seiersdorfer, a German researcher who has been poring over the fascinating case for around half a century, discovered an old German publication from 1953, entitled Das Totenschiff in der Südsee, or The Death Ship in the South Seas. This little booklet, courtesy of now-deceased scholar Otto Mielke, is believed by some to offer evidence that the ship was real, as was its tragic fate. It offers an intriguing possibility as to the cause of the explosion that sent the Ourang Medan to the depths. Many people believe the Dutch ship was transporting dangerous chemicals like potassium cyanide and nitroglycerin. Seawater may have come into contact with the cargo, releasing hazardous fumes that poison the crew. The explosion would eventually be caused by nitroglycerin. Perhaps there was a problem in the boiler room, and carbon monoxide killed the crew, and a fire erupted, destroying the ship. In the tense international climate at the close of World War II, these were super-sensitive materials to be transporting and would spark quite an incident should they be used carelessly. Perhaps the details of the SS Ourang Medan are so difficult to find because somebody wants them to be, all this time later. As for the unfortunate crew, various possibilities arise. A pirate attack certainly wouldn't be out of the question. Perhaps the ship was raided by a band of ghost pirates, but most accounts claim that the bodies were largely unwounded. The circumstances hint towards a release of dangerous gases, another volatile and controversial, yet familiar, cargo in the international climate. Others, on the other hand, have stronger scientific justifications. The possibility of a supernatural or otherworldly incident has been raised, and that's impossible to verify. There are so many loose ends here, but one thing is for certain: the case is one of the most fascinating in nautical history, and much like Jack the Ripper's identity and countless other unsolved mysteries, its precisely impossible nature that continues to capture our imaginations. If you like our video, do not refrain from liking and subscribing to our channel. Make sure to turn on the bell notification to not miss out on our future content. Do make sure to comment on how you liked our video. Thank you.